The choices that we're making based off of the thoughts that we're thinking is responsible for our actions, which is responsible for our experiences, basically, and our emotions, right? Because if you depend on the external things to change before you change, what you're saying is that you've handed your power away to everything in your external world. In other words, you don't own yourself. You can't control yourself. If I see you looking moody and I ask you, hey bro, why are you looking that way? You tell me, oh, somebody insulted me 10 days ago. Since then, I've been like this. The way I'm hearing you is that somebody else is in control of your life. Hey everyone, how you all doing today? So I want to quickly jump in here and talk about consistency, a personality trait you can use to achieve your dreams in life. So if you've been following me, I always talk about how we can create and how we are creating our lives with our thoughts. So to cut it short, our personality creates our personal reality. And our personality is made up of how we think, how we act, and how we feel. And our personal reality is our life. So the person watching me right now, the life that you're living, it's your personality that is responsible for the personal reality that you have in your life. In other words, you create your life. I create my life. Now, if you want to understand this concept, just reach out to me or just follow me on TikTok, Ike Chukwendo, on my YouTube. You'll understand the explanation behind this. So we are creators and we're not supposed to blame anyone because the choices that we're making based off of the thoughts that we're thinking is responsible for our actions, which is responsible for our experiences, basically, and our emotions, right? Okay, now listen now. For the most part, if we want to change our lives, if our personality creates our personal reality, and the redundancy of the choices that we're making every day on a moment-to-moment basis is responsible for our personal reality. That redundancy causes us to be addicted to the same choices, the same thoughts, which produces our same life, right? So, in other words, for us to change our personal reality, we have to change our personality first. So, nothing changes in our lives until we change. So, how do we change our personality? Is by breaking that habit, that addiction of our thoughts, our choices, our actions and behaviors that creates the experiences and the emotions. If we, by redundancy and by habit and by addiction, because we've been thinking the same thoughts that leads to the same choices, that leads to the same actions and behaviors that create our experiences, we're addicted to it. That means we must break that habit. We must break that addiction of being ourselves. We must break the habit of being ourselves. That's, by the way, the name of a book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That's a very great book. So we have accumulated over time and over the years, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, even 30 years. We've accumulated a set of thoughts, choices, behaviors, actions that is now a set of programs. By the time we're 35 years, or even before 35 years, we have a set of programs in our bodies called a subconscious program. So you wake up in the morning, subconsciously you move to the bathroom without even thinking about it. You're driving your car, discussing with your friend, and you drive for 2 hours. You didn't even know when you got to where you're going because you've been doing these things over and over. It's part of you now. Now, insanity is defined as the act of what? You know it. Doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts over and over again and expecting something different to happen, right? We have gotten to a time in this work of personal transformation where we must understand that it is not the bank account, it's not the relationship, it's not the effect, it's not the outer world that's our problem, it's the inner world. If our personality creates our personality, then what do you think has to change first? It's not your job, it's not your boss. Your boss doesn't have to change first before you change. That's the outside world. It's not your bank account, it's not the economy. People don't like to hear this one. It's not the economy, it's not your neighbors, it's not all those external things. Because if you depend on the external things to change before you change, what you're saying is that you've handed your power away to everything in your external world. In other words, you don't own yourself, you can't control yourself. If I see you looking moody and I ask you, hey bro, why are you looking that way? You tell me, oh, somebody insulted me 10 days ago, 20 days ago, 3 months ago, 2 years ago. Since then, I've been like this. The way I'm hearing you is that somebody else is in control of your life. You're not in control of your emotions. So you cannot control somebody is pushing your buttons. That doesn't sound like someone who is in charge. We want you to be in charge. We want to be in charge of our lives. We want to be in charge. That's why we are creators, and I always say this. So what do we do then? We have to work on ourselves. We have to work on those thoughts. If I notice that I'm not thinking the kinds of thoughts that I'm supposed to be thinking, I have to change it. That's what is called metacognition. By staying conscious of the thoughts I'm thinking, if I stay conscious of them and I start thinking different thoughts, I will begin to make new choices, different choices from the day before. Now I've moved out from the cycle. I will end up creating a different personality. Well, if my personality creates my personal reality and I'm thinking a different way, acting the same way, I'm feeling new emotions, what do you think will happen? Then the effect of my life is going to change, definitely. Now I've moved out of redundancy, I've moved out of addiction, I've moved out of habits. Now I am causing a new effect in my life. That is what change is. But hey, we can go further than that. You don't do it just once in a lifetime and expect to be given a gold medal. If you did it once, you can do it again. So let's say one day, one lifetime, you did it, your day was different. Well, wake up tomorrow and repeat the process so that you can create a different effect. Oh, I did it again. You can also do it again. If you do it the third time, do something first, it's an incident. Do it 2 times, it's a coincidence. Well, do it 3 times in a row, it's no longer a coincidence. Now something repeatable is happening. Now you're learning, you're taking charge. You begin to see things change in your life. So take away from this video, I want you and I'm included in this, not because I'm on this side of the video, right? We all are included. This is all inclusive. We are all work in progress. So we all should stay consistent. It's not something you do once and let it go, because it took you years to create that habit. It took some of us years to create the habit that keeps us stuck where we are right now. It's going to take us time to break that habit. So it's not about your job. It's not about the relationship. It's not about those things outside. It's about you, because when you change, the outside world is a shapeshifter. You know what those shapeshifters do? They shift according to how you look like, right? I wanted to watch this video over and over again and share it with somebody, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And in the next one, we're going to talk more about the skills that you can use to change your life whenever you want to. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments below, and like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me wherever you're watching from. Just follow and like and comment so that other people would benefit from this too. So thank you. Remember, you are a creator, you are not a victim. Stop being a victim and take your power back as a creator. Ciao.